Hey guys, and welcome to the RV Trash Talk podcast, where we dish on all things RV, full-time traveling, and RV maintenance. I'm Danny, one of the co-hosts of this crazy experiment. My wife Melissa and I, along with our great friends Rob and Trish and Jim and Amy, thought up this crazy idea sitting around a campfire drinking whiskey in Athens, Texas.
Hey everybody, welcome back to RV Trash Talk, where RV life gets real and trashy and talky. All right. Hey, I'm Rob. This is Trish, and we are here with our normal crew. We got Jim and Amy from the Vagabonds. We got Danny and Melissa from 4 Simple Lives, and I don't know why I'm talking like this, but I like it. It's good. I'm feeling better. I've been down with the crud for the past couple week or so, and it's just been sucky. So I'm trying to get my spirits high, and we're going to have a great episode today. So before we get started today, let's start off on our normal thing. Where's everybody at? What's in the glass, and what's everybody been up to? Let's start with Jim and Amy.
All right, Amy, hit it.
Me? Yeah. We are not in Arizona anymore.
No, we finally broke suction from Arizona.
Yeah.
We missed some people over there, though. Don't get me wrong.
We've spent the last 2 days traveling to Texas.
Yep.
We're in Lake Hills right now, just northwest of San Antonio, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
We're about an hour from San Antonio. So did 850 miles in a 2-day period.
Dang.
Normally, I don't like to travel like that. Well, the first day we did, 550 miles?
Oh, damn.
But really, I mean, we left Tucson, and we were on I-10 for almost the entire way. And I-10 is not horrible through New Mexico and into Texas. So as soon as you get close to some of the cities, it gets kind of rough. But we've relocated. And what really bit me in the derriere was that I lost 2 hours because we started out in Arizona. Well, Arizona right now is in Pacific time. Well, New Mexico is in Mountain time, and the part in Texas that we're in is in Central time. So it's like,
oh, dang.
Are you thinking? So we rolled in at like 7 o'clock at night, which should have been like a 5 o'clock arrival.
Yeah, we had double daylight savings time.
Yeah, it was crazy. So anyway, but what do you have in your glass?
Are we at that part?
I thought so.
So I have got this very cheap bottle of wine, and it's called Sheep Thrills. It was $5. So
there you go.
We'll see.
Nice.
We'll see how well this makes me feel.
She might have a headache in about 20 minutes. Who knows?
Sounds kind of crashy.
But look how cute the sheep. They got little parachutes.
Oh, that's so cute.
Very cool.
We'll put that right.
Sheep Thrills.
Sheep Thrills. And I don't want to disappoint our listeners, I have a neat pour of Buffalo Trace.
Boom.
Nice.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. Shocker.
All right, Danny and Melissa.
We are
Still in Florida,
my favorite place. We are still in the panhandle of Florida, taking care of my parents. We've been here for 3 weeks. We'll be
Forever.
here for another 2 weeks. It's been great. We learned the whole hospital system in Northwest Florida. All the home health care people know us by name, so it's been great. And I'm looking forward to leaving this state in about 2 weeks. We're finally going to leave Florida after like 4 months.
Nice.
And in honor of the upcoming Irish holiday, St. Patrick's Day, I'm pre-gaming with a nice pour of Guinness.
Nice.
very nice. Yeah, this episode will come out on St. Patrick's Day. So happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
I am not at my parents' house. I am not at my in-laws' house. So I'm obviously drinking boxed wine today. So there's that. Yes.
All right, where are we at?
All right, well, we are still in Arizona. We are going to be here for a few more weeks. Actually, probably more than that, but we're going to be traveling to other cities very soon. And Arizona has been it's been like the warmest winter on record, which has been fine up until, a couple weeks here or there. Jim and Amy got to experience one of them. But it's going to be, we're supposed to have like 3 days at 100 in the next week, which is ridiculous. Yeah. We don't usually get that till like end of May, June. So it's like really early. But we haven't been doing much because this guy got sick and then got me sick. And So we've had to cancel all our plans. And we did go to a Suns game.
Yeah, we went to a Suns game. That was
Which
actually
was
really
fun.
cool. Really good.
We are supposed to have St. Patty's Day plans for tomorrow night. Let's pray that we feel good enough that we can go and do that and have some really awesome drinks with some friends. And but I am drinking electrolytes and to feel better. And I should have maybe put some food coloring in here and made it green at least to be festive. But what do you have?
I've been drinking water and iced tea for the last week. So I've decided to splurge with Coors Latte today. So
Nice.
it's got to feel better. It's got to do something. So cheers, everybody. Awesome seeing everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Schlante.
Hey, Rob.
Yes.
Hey, I'll let you rest your voice just for a moment. Just wanted to give a little update to some folks that we had on our podcast here several months ago. Chuck and Valerie from Chasing Fun 365. They currently have their rig.
Nice.
The house is all but sold. So they're currently working on moving out of it, putting stuff into storage, putting stuff into the trailer, putting stuff into the truck, and trying to get it figured out. So I think they're going to be
that's cool.
full-time pretty doggone soon. So
That's awesome.
Awesome.
That's exciting.
Congrats, guys.
Very,
Yeah,
very cool.
congrats, guys.
All right. All right. So today's episode is, let's talk about your first time. Right. So it's all about the first time, but the RV edition. We're going to try to keep it PG here. So we do have one little good question at the end, which hopefully will make it. But it's definitely, it'll definitely be a good episode because everybody remembers their first, right? The first night in the rig, the first time dumping the tanks, the first time just completely effing something up.
And really, the first moment when you look at each other and think, what do we just sign up for?
Yeah, exactly. Because, social media shows all the rainbows and butterflies, but in real life, sometimes it's just black tanks and not so good times, but I don't know. So let's start at the very, very beginning. I know Jim and Amy, you guys have been RVing for a bit. Danny and Melissa, you guys have for a bit, but I don't think as much as them. But let's talk about when you went full time. Let's talk about the very first night in your RV. All right. Talk about basically it was time for bed and it's like, okay, we're home now. What was the experience like?
well, so do you want me to talk about it?
Well, we need to figure out what is our first day because we lived in our trailer on the side of our house for a few days. And I mean, technically, that would be our first day full time.
That's what I was going to talk about. And it was we had transitioned so much stuff into the trailer, our new home, and I mean, I'd have to go into the house just to get a cup for a cup of coffee or a fork or a knife because everything was in the trailer. Actually, that's just opposite. Everything was in the trailer, so I was hardly going to into the house for anything. And mind you, this was in February in the Pacific Northwest and Western Washington, but we still had a freak snowstorm during this week, and we had like a foot and a half of snow in our backyard, covering the trailer, and running the propane furnace, and just trying to figure it all out. Not only how to move into this rig, but how to figuring out how to survive in this massive snowstorm that we were in the middle of.
Well, I mean, we slept just fine. We slept just like any other night in our trailer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, we still used we still went inside and used the shower in the mornings.
That was about it.
But that was about it. I mean,
That's what we technically consider our first day of full time.
Yeah. It was a little surreal to be camping in our backyard in the bed that I'm going to be in every night for the foreseeable future when I had another bed up there. And, so it was a little strange to look out my trailer window and see my backyard and the back of my house. And it's like, that's not going to be mine pretty soon. So
that's cool. All right. Danny and Melissa, how about you guys?
So ours was, we bought our first trailer in March of 2020 or maybe January at an RV show. And then we picked it up in March of 2020 and we parked it in front of our house. And I'm pretty sure all of us slept in it that first night right outside just because we were so excited. I don't even know if we had storage set up yet. So we slept in the front yard, hooked up to nothing. And I specifically remember, of course, just like Jim and Amy's, it was cold because it was Colorado. And I turned the furnace on, but I didn't know that it needed gas. So I didn't turn the gas on. So I turned the furnace on and it just was like, so I'm already like, I just bought a piece of shit. The first night we're here, the friggin' furnace doesn't even work. I had no idea what I was doing. So we probably slept cold because I probably Googled it the next day and we probably had 10 blankets in there. But yeah, our first night was definitely memorable. We slept out front and then we put it in storage. But we did that a lot when we would bring the RV to the house for a night or two before we went on a trip. Usually me and the kids would just go sleep in the RV out front. But yeah, that was definitely memorable. And now after 6 years, I know how to use the furnace a little bit.
There you go. Always a plus.
But just kind of like, so our first actual full-time night was in our reflection. And I remember being like so excited about everything. But then we pulled into our RV park. It was dark. And that's when our slide wouldn't open. And I remember Danny and I looking at each other and being like, what the hell did we do? Like, it's dark. We can't see anything. We're in some podunk town in like New Mexico or something like that because we were on our way to NRVTA, and then our slide wouldn't open. And it was just like, I feel like this is God telling us we made a bad decision. Like, it was horrible. It was so bad. This is such a big mistake. And then our slide continued to not work. So then we just traded it in for a Brinkley. So there you go.
There you go. And everything's been perfect since.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. And yeah.
All right.
So
I kind of feel like we have two first nights in a way, kind of like you guys. Our very first night was the day we picked our motorhome up in Colorado, and we slept in a Love's parking lot. Because we couldn't make the drive all the way back to Arizona. We had already been out for so many hours. And so that was an experience, lights coming in all the windows, and we had no idea what we were doing.
We were so naive, just so dumb.
And we literally had
so dumb.
We literally had a sheet and
I think we had a pillow
that we threw in our suitcase before flying there that morning. So, but our real first night, I would say, was a couple weeks later. We took it out to the McDowell Mountains and to do our setup. And that's when we opened up the back door, and when our bed folded down, we could see out there and overlook the mountains and stuff. And that was our first like real night, I would say. And that was pretty cool because that was the way I had envisioned it being. Yeah. Like just in the middle of nowhere. And yeah,
because I think it was raining at the Love's truck stop too. It was just, I remember just being dark and just miserable and being like, this was such a mistake.
What are we doing?
Yeah, I know. Exactly. But it's funny because our daughter actually slept in it more than we did at first because it sat in our driveway for a month while we were getting the house packed up and getting everything out. And she had flown home from college. And because we were getting rid of everything in the house, her bed was gone. So she slept out there with the AC running because it was, August in Arizona. And but she seemed to enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
So
anyway, good break-in. So.
Yeah, good break-in.
All right. Good job. Next question.
All right. So, question 2, the first dump. So, yes, we're going to talk about that. But your first time dumping the tanks. So, I'm sure everyone remembers that experience. But did someone show you how to do it, or did you just figure it out? We'll let Danny and Melissa go first this time.
So I'm sure I Googled it or watched YouTube. That's how you do everything. That's how you learn everything. But our first dump was definitely uneventful. It went fine. But after a few days, I didn't realize that with 2 gray tanks, I had 2 different gray tank handles. So I dumped everything and everything was flawless. And then I think it was the kitchen the same day was like the sink just kept filling up. And I was like, I watched all the water come out. So I'm Googling everything and I had no idea. I think I just got on the ground and crawled around and I was like, there's another handle right here that says gray. And I pulled it and that sumbitch just flowed right out. We were good to go. So you don't know what you don't know. You learn on the road.
that's those awesome walkthroughs that they do when you buy an RV, and it's like the guy, it's his first day on the job and he's trying to teach you how to use your RV. Did not tell us we had 2 of them. Oh my God,
lowest man on the totem pole.
Oh yeah.
All right, Jim and Amy, how about you guys?
Well, I have yet to take a dump, so I have no.
You've yet to take a dump.
I mean, to do the dump.
Oh,
To do
okay,
the dump.
gotcha.
Sorry, I've yet to do the dump, so I have no response to this.
No, you don't. No, that's not true. Here, just about 2 weeks ago, you went out and opened up one of the gray tanks.
Well, I did, yeah, but is that like?
I don't know. How eventful was it?
Well, I pulled. No, I didn't even have to pull a handle. We don't even have handles anymore. I pushed the button and the water went.
You got a button.
So
that's Amy's first experience.
I hit the button.
So it was great.
It just went away. This one's really difficult for me to answer because I learned a long time ago when I was a kid and my parents were weekend warriors, and Dad, he would make me do stuff, and doing the crapper was one of the things I had to do. So I learned at a very young age how to do it and what needed to be done. Now, even with all that and all the years I've been doing it, I've still had a couple poopsies. So,
oh yeah, I think everybody has.
Poopsies or oopsies?
No,
Yeah,
definitely
exactly.
poopsies.
100%.
Oopsies.
That's awesome. So I think our experience was very much like Danny and Melissa's, where, yeah, we went out the first time, dumped it, pulled it, everything came out. I'm like, this is easy. And all of a sudden, it's like, why is stuff backed up? That's weird. Went outside.
Why does it say our tanks are still full?
Why is it so full? So I went outside, pulled it again, and like nothing comes out. I'm like, well, it's empty. I just pulled the thing. It's empty. And same thing. I think I got it around the ground and started looking around. I'm like, what is this valve for? And there happened to be another one all the way in the backside. So all of a sudden, pull that, and it's just like you said, whoosh, a giant rush comes out and everything dumps. I'm like, oh, that makes way more sense now. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that was a little bit of a learning experience. Again, very dumb, very naive. We listened to the guy do his whole PDI thing, go around this, how you do this, how you do this. Like, oh yeah, we got this. It's easy. Just
yeah, you're drinking from a fire hose at that point.
God, I just look back and we had a long talk about this the other day, just how naive we were. And God, I want to go back to that so bad.
Oh yeah.
But anyway. All right, that was good. That wasn't that dirty. I thought that was going to be a little worse, but it wasn't too bad.
No, interestingly, I think the bigger oopsies came after everybody had experience.
Yeah, because then you get experience, you get complacent. It's like, oh yeah, wham! And I mean, how many times
we think we're all that now?
Yeah,
or you want to try new products at the wrong time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy,
I know what I'll do.
All right, question 3.
All right, next one. So this is the first time backing into a campsite with an audience, because that always happens. There's always going to be that time when you're trying to do that and people are watching. Do you remember your first time where you had people watching and you're a little bit timid, a little bit nervous?
You remember?
No, I don't. Here's one thing about Danny though. Like, he doesn't care who's watching him or what's happening. Like, he just doesn't care what anybody else thinks. So I don't specifically remember the first time that we backed in. Maybe that's because we did a lot of pull-throughs in the beginning, but regardless, Danny just doesn't care. If anybody else is, I'm the one who gets nervous. He's like, they can wait. Like, I don't care what's going on. He just does not bother him or faze him at all, which is such a surprise. That's right?
Awesome.
Like,
yeah, probably. I mean, when we switched from the travel trailer to the fifth wheel, my first back in the fifth wheel was in Illinois at a state park or something like that.
It was horrible.
And we literally put it in one of our videos. Like, I thought I was the shit. Like, I could whip that 38-foot travel trailer anywhere.
He really
we get to a fifth wheel, and it was like an easy one. Just pull forward, back it in around like a circle. And I mean, we got it on video.
Over the
it was just everywhere. Like
9 times.
I feel like it was. Times. Yeah, I feel like it's slower in a fifth wheel. I mean, now it's second nature to me, but I literally was so dejected because I was like, I'm pretty sure I've been around the country in this thing, and then I get in a fifth wheel and I forgot anything. I didn't know what to do. I was looking in my mirrors. I was putting my hands the wrong way. I just couldn't do it. And I mean, we definitely had neighbors on both sides that were watching, but as the aforementioned, I don't give a shit who watches, but I was just pissed off at myself because I'm like, at this point, like, let's just park it here and we'll call it a night. Like,
it's straight.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, we're done.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
That's funny. And if I remember right, Danny, you had gotten a hold of Rob and I both, and you were like, any tips on parking a fifth wheel? Because I'm all over the place.
Yeah, and you both helped me because I was just doing it. You guys told me the little adjustments to make and get closer to where my turn's going to be. But with the fifth wheel, I feel like it lags. In order to get the truck back behind it, it was a lot different than a bumper.
But once it starts,
yeah,
you're good. Yeah, for sure.
Yep, 100%.
Love it. All right, Jim and Amy.
Well, again, I have never backed the trailer in. I don't even back a car into a parking spot.
No,
so
that's true.
I'm going to pass on this question also.
Sit there and look pretty.
Okay.
You're doing great at it. So this one is, so I got to set the stage a little bit. We had just gotten our first fifth wheel, and it was about 42 foot. So I progressed through a couple of tent trailers, very small. Those are a pain in the rear to back in because they just turn on a dime. As soon as you turn your wheel, you're jackknifed. It's just crazy. Then to a 25-foot travel trailer, then to a 36-foot travel trailer. And then we went all into this 42-foot fifth wheel bunkhouse, and I had never backed in a fifth wheel. And it was probably about our third time out. And we went to a military campground over on the coast of Washington. Well, if anybody knows anything about military, as soon as they have a show, they're watching and they'll critique and they'll applaud or boo you, whatever. They'll let you know. They'll let you know. So I'm pulling into, and it's a fairly small campground. So fairly new to fifth wheels, 42-footer. I come rolling in, and off on my left, I see this group of retirees, and we come where we were at. We were kind of in the submarine community. So there's a lot of bubbleheads out there. That's what I call submariners. But so submarine guys, Airedales, and they're all retired and old and crotchety, and just they were ready to freaking critique me to the nth degree. And I roll in. I back that 42-foot fifth wheel up like there's no tomorrow.
Nice.
I get out, and there's probably about 12 people over there, and I think it was all the guys over there doing like the hands up salute, like, where's the show? And one of them actually hollered over, we thought we were going to get a show with you. And I'm like, sorry, maybe the next guy. But he was like, yes. I'm like, oh yeah, I got my tow card. You got that right.
You break his arm, pat yourself in the back on that one? Hell yeah.
Pretty much.
There's nothing like putting up numbers in a situation like that.
But yeah, that was Jim, the first time I had a big show of people, and they were all disappointed. So what else?
Oh, yeah. Jim, is a fifth wheel a little different than backing in a nuclear submarine?
A little bit, because I don't need any tugboats for the fifth wheel, just my tow pig.
Yeah, classic. Cal swings a little more, but
yes, right.
It's funny with our rig. The first one we had was backing in was a non-issue, but once we got this one, I think was the second night.
Yeah, second or third night.
We had to go to play a spot in, where were we?
In Nebraska. Some state park.
And I think it was like Memorial Day weekend, or it was some weekend. There was a crap ton of people, and they put us in this spot all the way in the back of the park, and it's there's a river or something near it. And I just remember it being small, and I'm like, mind you, we had a boat for a long time, and I used to be able to back that boat in on a dime, just like you said with your travel trailer. You put that thing on the trailer hitch, man. I could put it wherever. It doesn't matter. I could put it wherever. The fifth wheel, holy crap! It was a whole new beast.
And just to kind of set it up too, it was a Saturday afternoon in a state park. Everybody's grilling, outdoors playing.
It's probably 5 o'clock. People are definitely hammered by this point.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and I'm not saying I could give a crap what anybody thinks, but just don't come and talk to me and tell me how to do shit while I'm trying to do this. And of course, I have 94 neighbors. Oh, just back it up a little bit more. Put the wheels this way. Turn this. I'm like, shut the hell up and just let me do this. And I swear, it probably took me 9 times to try to get this thing in. And of course, you finally do it. Everybody applauds, and it's funny, laughy, ha ha. But I was so pissed. I was like, this is the dumbest thing ever. I don't know why I'm doing this. But yeah, eventually we got it in, and it was fine. But that's one tip for anybody. Like, while somebody's doing it, just leave them alone. Like, let them have their moment. Let them have their
Yeah.
meltdown. If they need help, they will ask. But yeah,
Yep, they certainly will.
yeah, don't tell me which way to point my wheels. I just like
Nah,
shut the flop and back away.
nah.
So,
Unless it's a friend of yours,
Right.
and you've watched him for 45 minutes, then
Yes.
you go to the driver's side, tell him to put it in park, and throw his ass out of the truck.
exactly. Yeah. Totally
Yeah.
good. You know, tell
Been
me
there.
I'm gonna hit something. You know, totally good. Don't tell me turn your wheels more. F off. It's already cranked all the way. I mean, what am I supposed to do? So anyway, sorry. I get a little. That's the
Oh.
one time. Actually, it's probably there's another story coming up later.
Yeah.
But
But that
was different.
Oh,
That was
I can't
hard.
wait.
Being that first time.
Yeah, the very first time, I'm like, oh, you guys all suck.
Because we lucked out the first night we brought it home, we just had a pull through, so
Yeah.
it wasn't any big deal. But yeah, that one, I really felt for you. I really did.
It
And then
sucked.
I'm like trying to guide them, but everybody else is giving their input, so you're like,
Yeah.
what do you do? And
Yeah,
I'm
that
kinda like,
sucks.
yeah.
I
So I'm
know.
like, all right, he's gonna blow a gasket if
Yeah.
you guys keep it up. But anyway,
All good.
There's
All
a
right.
100% chance that anybody who comes up to you to critique you, how you back in, they definitely watch The View, and I hate those two.
all right. So question 4. First, what did we get ourselves into moment? So let's go with Jim and Amy first. But really, when was that first time you looked at your partner and thought, what did we just sign up for?
Well, maybe talk about the first time in the Keys, and we rode out the verge of 2 hurricanes, 3 hurricanes.
Yeah. But that still didn't make me not want to do it.
No, absolutely not.
I will say, when you guys went to Florida for that whole month of hurricane season, I was wondering what you got yourselves into.
I mean, maybe we'd never experienced hurricanes before, so I mean, that was a real thing. But I mean, we're here in Texas now, and there's some terrible thunderstorms coming through. So
And that's how the
maybe
East
we'll have to
Coast
talk
is.
about that next time.
I think that's why I was so worried for you. As we came from North Carolina after 16 years and experienced many hurricanes, I was like, what are they doing?
I think we were just so well prepared, and because we had did it for so long, being the weekend warriors, that we were just prepared and knew we wanted to do it, and that was how we wanted to live our lives. And and I don't know, maybe gas prices sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that sucks.
Yeah, right now I'm having a moment of silence every time I fill up the truck.
Right.
and
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I feel you there. No, that's a good point.
But no, I don't think I really have.
I don't think we've really had that moment.
Of, oh my gosh,
What are
let's sell it and go back to the house,
No.
kind of thing. Yeah, it just hasn't happened.
See that?
Well,
Always be
almost
prepared.
yesterday night when I was trying to back you in.
Oh yeah, speaking of backing in trailers,
Yeah, maybe yesterday was.
she's like, "Come on back, come on," and so we're gonna circle back a little bit here. So it's not a hard spot to get into, but there's a couple of obstacles, and I mean it's quite a bit of room. But she's like, "No, you're looking good, looking good, looking good." And I look in the rear, the passenger mirror, and I can see that. So we have a concrete pad, and there's a picnic table on it, and I'm like headed straight for this freaking picnic table. I'm like, "What are we doing?"
There you go. There's our what are we
There's
doing?
our what are we
moment.
doing? I don't know. It's, but I failed myself. I failed myself because I did not use goal. I did not get out and look.
Oh, yeah.
So I take the blame. It's not her fault. It's my fault.
He yelled at me though.
I didn't.
Jim.
What?
Damn you, Jim.
He threw the ox box at me because then I
dare
went
you.
ahead and leveled.
I tossed him out of the truck. I didn't throw him at you.
All right, how about you, Danny and Melissa? That what did we get ourselves into moment?
Yeah, I mean, we already talked about our first night when the slide wouldn't open, and that's when I tapped into my extra vocabulary. But probably 6 months before we went full-time RVing, we went to Moab, Utah, and we went boondocking. I mean, I had bought a Predator, like 4,500 from Harbor Freight. Well, it had this stupid CO2 alarm where it turns the thing off if it detects too much CO2. So we're in the middle of nowhere in the desert, just the 4 of us. And we didn't have lithium or anything like that. So we're just parked out in the desert, and it's a nice day. The wind is blowing. Well, I'm going to smoke meat, and the generator keeps turning off because the wind is blowing so much that it's blowing the CO2 back into the generator, so it keeps turning off. And being in the middle of nowhere, we could have ran it all night long. There was nobody around us. So we get into bed and we're like, forget it. The generator's not going to work. Well, we're hotter than shit. It's 100 degrees. You don't go boondocking in Moab, Arizona, 100 degrees, or Utah. So we're in bed and Melissa's like, I can't do this. She goes on the couch. All the windows are open. Me and the kids are in the bedroom. So we have all the windows open. Well, it's like hurricane force winds. Like we think the RV is going to flip over. And in Moab, if you've ever been to Moab, it's all red dirt. So there's just red dirt. We're literally chewing on it every time we open our mouth in the bedroom. It's just flying around everywhere. The RV is rocking like crazy. And this was like kind of one of our kickoff trips to go full time. We're like, yeah, we want a boondock, so we'll figure that out. And that was the worst damn night ever. It was our first night boondocking, and that was kind of our like, not what did we do, but what are we thinking about doing?
No, and I remember looking at you being like, take me to the KOA right now. But it was beautiful. I think we talked about this in our last episode. It was a beautiful campsite if we were prepared, but I was definitely like, I hate it here. Let's go to the KOA.
Yeah, which leads me back to the View, because I'm sure the people on the View are all in favor of this stupid CO2 detector. Nobody gives a shit. We're in the middle of the desert. Let the CO2 run free, bro. I want the generator to run.
So now we have a new generator that does not have a CO2 monitoring system.
And if it's the same one you had when we were with you, it works great.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yes, it does. Yeah, that's right. You guys borrowed it.
Yeah, it works
one time.
It's fantastic. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right,
That's
well,
awesome.
what was ours, Rob?
Ours was, we were leaving someplace in Colorado. Where was it? We were leaving Colorado. We got caught on that dirt road.
Oh, that leaving New Mexico, going to Colorado.
Yes.
We've talked about this before, but that was definitely a what did we get ourselves into?
That was a major WTF moment there. Like, why are we here? But we took the Jeep. We weren't using RV Trip Wizard. We were using regular Google Maps. And Google Maps said, if we take this one road, we'll save about 2 hours time versus going way around this other way. Well, hell yeah, I'm going to do that. It looks fine. Because what we're going to do is we're going to be on this one little road for a little while, and then we're going to turn off on this main road. Fantastic.
And mind you, in the motorhome, we didn't have to worry about clearance or anything. For the most part, that was a non-issue.
Yeah, yep. So we started driving, we made a left and turned on this little bit of dirt road, and we stopped, and I was like, like, this looks interesting. So we looked on the map again. It said we only had to go like a half a mile, and then the main turn off to the road that we needed would be there. Like, fine, let's just go ahead and do that. But we start driving, and we're on this dirt road, and it's washboard. So you get that little as we're going. So now we're a mile in, and we don't see this turn off. And then we're like 2 miles in, and it's a narrow road. It's sand everywhere. We're pulling the Jeep, so we can't just like turn around. Right? To turn around is a massive undertaking, and I really don't think it's wide enough for us to actually have to pull a 3-point turn to turn around. And we're driving, and all of a sudden a truck's coming at us. And I'm like, oh shit, let's ask this guy, because hopefully he'll know what the hell's going on. So we were like, hey, look, we're trying to get to whatever road it was. He's like, oh yeah, stay on this main road, the main road that we're on here. He goes, go about 10 more miles and you'll see it. And we're like, oh Lord, we're gonna die.
And I think part of it got scary just because it was so desolate. And then we learned we were also like on an Indian reservation. And
we had no cell service.
Yeah, 0 cell service. And so our GPS stopped working. We pulled out the atlas and we couldn't even find the road on the atlas. So it was just, it was definitely a little scary for sure. Yeah. And like Rob said, turning around really wasn't an option. But once we spoke to that person and realized that as long as we stayed on this really main dirt road, that we would be fine, then it was fine. But that was definitely scary.
That was a massive, like, okay. That actually caused us to reevaluate a lot of things, the way we started traveling after that. But that was definitely one of those moments where it's like, what the hell did we get ourselves into here? This could be really bad. But it all at the end of the day turned out all right. So it's fine. It's all
good. All good. Just a learning experience, right?
Yep. Exactly. Oh. All right. Next question. Your first RV breakdown. Everybody knows if you're in an RV long enough, it's gonna happen. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So, Jim and Amy, your first RV breakdown, do you remember what it was?
Well, I don't know what my first RV breakdown was, but the one I'm going to talk about is one from a little over a year ago when we were in Florida, because Danny loves Florida. And actually, Danny helped me out in this one. We went to, what was that Encore park we went to?
Oh, Tranquility Lakes.
Tranquility Lakes.
Tranquility Lakes, yes.
Yeah. And so we're there with you guys, and I back in, and the whole suspension just sounded clunky, and it just didn't sound right. And I come from a background where if something sounds different than what you're used to, it might not be right, and you should probably check it out.
100%.
Well, I had found out that I had broke a bolt on my suspension, and fortunately for me, I wasn't alongside the road. I had my friend Danny there that knew the area, so we parked the rig. I think we jumped into his truck, and he took me to Ace, and I bought 2 bolts, and we went home and we fixed it. I mean, it ended up being a non-event because I had the right person with me to know where to go to get said bolt, and it ended up being pretty easy, really.
Yeah, I guess in the traditional sense of a breakdown, like we've been lucky. We've never had
Knock on wood.
something that prevented us from traveling or anything. I've never had a tire blow. And that's mostly because I don't run TPMS, because I've never run TPMS. And now if I put it on, we're definitely going to blow a tire. So we're just going to go with the wing it method. But
It's
probably
kinda like Robin is freaking Flush King. He's going to have poop everywhere.
yeah, it's just going
Yeah,
to
you're
send
doing
it.
well.
Probably when my slide piston broke, that was like the biggest issue we've had. And we just got lucky. We went to a rest stop, and the slide, I think it would only open up like 10 inches.
It was out. Remember we got to the
Yeah, it was migrating out a little bit, and then I went to just push it out to get in the RV, and it only came out like 10 inches and stopped. And I mean, we just got lucky. After 5-6 minutes of trying, it just went back in, and it turned out that my slide piston just came detached from the frame of the RV in the underbelly.
Okay.
And the piston was just laying on the underbelly, and the bolt was flying around there. So I mean, that was luckily we didn't like bring the slide all the way out and have lunch, and then we were screwed and couldn't get the slide back in.
Oh,
But
yeah. Yep.
yeah, like a traditional RV breakdown, we've been really lucky. We haven't been
Yeah.
stuck on the side of the road or anything like that yet. So
Well, at the same time the slide piston happened, we have the fridge lock that came with it. It's just like this 3D printed thing. That thing broke. So when we opened the door, our whole entire fridge contents were all over the floor on top of our slide being halfway out. So I mean,
it's dinner time.
yeah, it was just kind of one thing after another. Luckily, after that, we were just based in Athens, Texas for a couple of weeks over the 4th of July. So we got everything fixed while we were in the RV repair mecca of the world. So it worked out fine. But knock on wood, we've had no huge breakdowns.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Well, I'd have to say too,
Yeah.
also, knock on wood, we've had nothing too major on travel days. But when we did, after traveling full time for a year in our motorhome, and then we got this fifth wheel, our probably second week we had it.
Oh, yeah.
We were driving from South Dakota to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. And we, all of a sudden, the TPS or TPMS, what are they?
No, we didn't have it yet.
Oh, we didn't have that
No,
yet?
we had it after this
Oh, well, how did we know the tire blew?
because we heard it.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? It
That's right.
exploded.
That's right. We did. We heard a really loud noise.
And she was like, "What was that?" And all of a sudden, I look and I could see stuff just flying off the wheel on the right side of the right side of the rig. So
That's
we
right.
pull over, and we were in the middle of nowhere. Like we went to the middle of nowhere, and then we went further, and just there's nobody around. It's a 2-lane highway.
But
and-
it's a busy
yeah,
highway.
but there were trucks flying past us. So this was awesome because I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool. We'll just change it. I don't have a jack that jacks up a trailer because I didn't know because I'm a friggin' moron. So I'm like, okay, I have a jack for the truck somewhere, right? I don't know. I've never had to change a tire in my truck before.
We'd also only had the truck like 2.5 weeks. So
we get out the manual of the truck, and the jack for the truck is in the back, behind the seat. So you basically had to take out the seat, and then it's locked in the back. So I take that thing out. It turns out it's a bottle jack with a throw of about 9 inches. So I'm like, well, this obviously is not going to work because we got to go a hell of a lot higher. So we get some of the blocks, the leveling blocks. Put that under there, jack the thing up, and thank God I did have my my Milwaukee pneumatic big pneumatic gun, so I got the tire off in about 4 seconds, which was great. But then didn't realize that the spare tire is on like a lift, like a little crank lift thing that's under the front of the rig. So now I'm like, okay, how do I get the tire off? Never realizing, and we never went through like a dealer walkthrough or anything when we got the rig. We literally did a sight unseen swap. Like we swapped our rig, we gave them our rig, they left the keys, we left them the keys, they left the keys for this thing, and we just swapped it. Never said a word to anybody, just took it, signed the paperwork, and left. So now I'm like, okay, how do we get the tire off? So I'm digging through the garage, and there's a big crank thing that's like 4 feet long. I'm like, well, shit, this has to be used for something. So I go looking around, and of course, there's that one hole that the thing goes all the way into. So now I'm sitting there cranking this stupid thing. The tire's dropping down. I'm like, oh, thank God. So we get the tire off and changed up, and then like the next day, I end up buying a jack and buying a TPMS and all the other stuff. And knock on wood, we only had one other issue after that with the tires.
But the funny, it was kind of scary just because obviously it was a learning experience, so it took us a little longer than hoped to do this. But also, we were on our way not only to Grand Tetons National Park. There is that, I don't even know if I'm saying the right name, and but we were picking friends up from the airport. So we kind of were on a bit of a time crunch, and the whole plan was to go drop the rig off at the campsite and then go back into Jackson and pick them up from the airport. None of that happened. We just showed up with the fifth wheel at the airport because we parked really far out because that was the only way we were going to make it there on time. And literally we pulled in as their plane was landing. It all worked. But definitely a learning experience for sure.
Yeah, I will say major kudos to the dealership that sold us this rig, because I called them and let them know what was going on. We finally got to the rig, we finally got parked, and then we ended up having an issue with the spare. And he said basically find a tire place, get all 5 tires changed, and send us the bill. And knock on wood, we're in Grand Tetons, right? So there's not a cheap tire place around there. So the one place did it. It was, I can't remember, it was $1,600 I think for all of them. But they took care of it. So knock on wood, they did right by us. But that was a huge learning experience there for sure. All right, so before we keep going, we're going to do a quick little lightning round here. No stories, just really quick answers, and let's try to get an answer from each person too, not just each couple. So this is the worst first lightning round. All right.
All right.
Here we go. Jamie and Amy, you guys first. First Jim, and then Amy, and then Melissa, and then Danny, and then Trish, and then me. All right.
All right.
Worst first RV mistake. Go.
Put like hamburger grease down the drain in our trailer. And all of a sudden the sink starts backing up. I'm like, what's going on? And didn't ever do that again.
Bought a bunkhouse with a back bathroom for the girls to use. That black tank flooded only once, fortunately.
I'll say we were hooked up to 30 amp, and I guess I just don't think about what I can turn on and what I cannot turn on. And we had the air conditioner, and then I turned the air fryer on, and I blew the pedestal.
Ooh,
very nice.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
I bought an RV and my truck wasn't big enough.
That's a good one.
That's definitely a good one. That's definitely a good one.
You might have to go first.
I'll go first. We had an issue with our water heater, and I listened to the mobile tech instead of investigating myself. It was a little stupid $20 thing that popped. After he changed out the board and all the other crap, it cost us about $900, and it was a $20 little fuse. So learned to do shit myself after that.
Look at you now.
Yep. Look at me now.
I don't know. I'm going to say probably just bringing more stuff than I needed to bring is going to be my worst.
Shoes?
No, not even shoes. It wasn't even the shoes, just clothes. Like thinking I was going to need so much more than what I needed. Yeah. Even though I had pared it down so much, still had too much.
All right. Not bad. All right. Most embarrassing first RV moment. Start with Danny.
We were actually with you guys when I dumped shit all over the ground.
At the golf course?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that was pretty funny.
That was awesome. That was by far one of the funniest things. Yes, that was good.
I will say a couple weeks ago, I learned at night when we have our windows open, you can totally see inside of our RV into our shower. And I did not know that.
And the neighbors now do.
So, no, well, they've known for a long time. I just found out a couple weeks ago. So, you're welcome.
That's awesome. What spot are you again?
Oh, me first? Funny because mine kind of goes right with Melissa's. Realizing you should not walk around naked in the RV at night when the windows are open and the lights are on.
Touche.
Yep.
The first time our oldest daughter called us out that there was no wind in the forecast for the night before.
If it's rocking, don't come a knocking.
That's awesome.
Bingo.
Liar, liar, pants up.
That's awesome.
I would say mine kind of goes along with Melissa, but it's day or night. This window here in our hallway, it doesn't matter if it's day or night, you can see in. And so yeah, walking out of our bathroom not wrapped in a towel, and realizing that yes, you can see everything. Yeah, kind of embarrassing.
So now we need your spot number and Melissa's spot number, right, Rob?
I'm gonna say mine by far was the oh boy moment from last week. If anybody
Oh,
don't know what I'm
yeah.
talking about, go back and listen.
Oh
to that.
yes,
That one by far
totally.
was the most embarrassing mess up ever that I've ever done.
And probably because you had a witness.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
If it was just
Jim.
me, that thing gets buried somewhere.
And
my
all
stomach
of
muscles
YouTube.
my stomach muscles just finally healed from all the laughter on that one.
That is great.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so next, moving on. First RV purchase you regretted. We'll go with Amy this time.
We bought a really big air fryer from Costco. Like, it was giant. And
It was as big as the trailer. I don't know where she wanted to do with it.
And it didn't even really work good, so we didn't have that for very long.
No.
Yeah.
For me, it goes way back. We were weekend warriors. These foldable, cheap ass, non-electric, because electric bikes didn't exist then. Folding bicycles because we thought they would take up less space, but man, those things were so janky.
We got them at Camping World. We looked like Grape Ape riding that little bicycle.
Even she looked like Grape Ape riding that bicycle.
I'm okay. So Danny and I are infamous for changing our recliners, the comfy recliners that they come with for sofas. We've done it in our Reflection travel trailer. We did it in our Brinkley, and now thank God that we kept our entire set of 4-seaters in our storage unit because we switched that out, and now we're back to the Brinkley recliners again. So switching out recliners, thinking that you need to, was a stupid idea.
I bought an RV window for the door in the Reflection. And then once I bought it, I realized there's a 0% chance I'm cutting a hole in the door. So we just sold the RV.
How about you?
I'm going to say that thing that everybody wants so bad they scour Walmart for, that stupid poop holder thing you put in the sewer tank and you crank it down. Like, I've bought a lot of crap for the RV. Most of the stuff I use. Like, I don't really have any regrets about buying anything. That thing broke like the second time, and I don't even use it anymore. It's absolutely a piece of crap. Like, the concept is fantastic. It's a horrible design and a horrible execution. So that's the one thing I regret buying. Granted, it was $30, so it wasn't a huge regret. But
yeah, mine I think is when we had the motorhome. I bought all these like really cute things to organize with. I was like, oh, this is so cute. Let's do this. And came home with all these things from IKEA that I just thought were going to be amazing. And I don't think one of them worked for us.
Nope.
Not one. They're all in the storage unit, by the way, because at that point we weren't near an IKEA and I no longer had receipts and all that. So yeah, they're in storage unit.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
That's funny. Did the same
Let's see
thing.
here. One more here.
So the last one, this is mostly for the drivers. So first time you really scared yourself driving the rig.
So I'll go ahead and start first on that one.
Yeah.
And this was several years ago. We weren't full time yet, and we were just weekend warriors. I had a 25-foot travel trailer, and for the first time in my life, I literally thought we were all going to die.
Oh, I remember that.
And I think it was just you and me, and I think we had Hannah. I don't think Chloe existed yet, so it was just our oldest daughter, and we were going, I don't even remember where we were going, but we were on I-5 southbound. I remember that part. And I got, somehow, there was a semi involved and another car involved. And somehow I got into his draft. And that's the fishtailing of that travel trailer. I literally saw the side of the freaking travel trailer in my mirror thinking, I'm about to die.
Oh, dang.
Here we go. We're going to roll this sumbitch because it's over. I'm done. And that was the worst, most scariest time in my life towing anything in my life. And yeah, I thought I was done. I'm like, I think it took me a week to clean out my drawers.
Yeah.
You had a poopsie?
Oh, and then some. Yeah, it was the most horrific, terrifying experience I have ever had.
Oh, yeah.
I'm scared every time I drive the rig.
That's what I was gonna say. Every single time I drive the rig,
Every single time, which isn't often, but every single time I'm scared.
I'm scared to let her because she'll probably fall asleep.
How about you, Danny? Do you remember your scariest moment?
Yeah, it was with our Imagine 32-foot bunkhouse, and I had my undersized truck, F-150, and we were driving west on I-70 to go up to Cripple Creek area, or whatever that town is.
I don't remember.
Yeah, and we went up the pass, and we parked it, and I was like, wow, we just went up like a 9% grade. Well, then 3 days later, we went down said grade with my F-150 undersized truck with my RV. And I put the brake all the way down, and we were still going down the mountain. And that's when I realized you cannot underestimate the power of a diesel exhaust brake.
Mm-hmm. Yes, 100%. Oh, my God, yeah.
Amen to that.
Yeah. How about you? What would you
Breckenridge. We were going to Breckenridge.
Okay, yeah. I know the part of that road because I don't know if that's going to be his scariest, but it was a white knuckle experience for sure.
It's up there.
It is scary.
Driving in the rain, we don't drive at night. We rarely drive at night. Every once in a while we do, but driving through a rainstorm at night and in Texas
in the motorhome
was probably one of the scariest white knuckle things. And just because you're driving a brick. I mean, it's just getting blown around everywhere. You have no control. So it was just, I remember parking after that one, just being like, I need a beer. I need to go relax. I need to go ahead and count my blessings that we made it here. Because it was, that was white knuckle scary. Oh my God.
And that was actually, we were fairly new too. We had only been a few months in, but we were driving east and, crazy storms in Texas and, super scary. I remember.
Yep. All right, that was awesome. There was some great questions there. So we're gonna actually turn this into a two-parter. So stay tuned for the next episode. We're gonna go into 5 more questions of our first time, our RV firsts, which was awesome. I'm glad this is a good episode. I love the stories. I think our listeners love the stories. We'd love to hear some of your guys first as well. Like, let us know some of your first times of doing stuff with RV. I mean, let us know. Send us a video call. Send us a voicemail. Send us a comment. Like, just make us laugh. We hope we make you guys laugh. Make us laugh in return. If we start getting some good comments, we'll definitely take a segment and we'll start reading some of these things for you guys. So
if you guys enjoyed the episode, make sure you follow the podcast and share it with a friend, and follow us on YouTube and all the different places that you listen to the podcast.
And also, I know you guys are really waiting for the old boy moment. We're going to actually save that for the second part of this episode because I know somebody's got a really good one out there. So with that being said, we really appreciate you guys. We appreciate your listeners. We have had so much fun making this, and we are enjoying making content. We're looking forward to making more content to you guys. If you have any suggestions of what you want to hear from us, definitely let us know. And to wrap us up, Amy's quote of the episode.
Okay, this is by Muhammad Ali. Since we're talking about our firsts today for camping, this was kind of fitting. Even the greatest was once a beginner, so don't be afraid to take that first step.
That's right.
Ah,
That's
nice.
awesome.
Love it.
Boom.
Deep.
Love
I
it.
thought you were going to say
Deep.
that.
Deep thought.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Hope you guys enjoyed this RV Trash Talk podcast. Please subscribe and join us as we navigate this crazy full-time RV lifestyle.